State. And now we're back for round 2. That's right, in this list, we're going to wrap up going. We did the first round of bizarre facts about each U.S.
Welcome everybody to my channel. I am Jake, and we are doing reaction videos today. We're doing the 25 bizarre facts about each U.S. state part 2. I've seen the first one, forgot to hit record, and yeah, so we're gonna be doing this one. Here on YouTube, I make music, and I also make a bunch of like little tiny videos here and there with gaming and stuff from my stuff over on Twitch. If you want to hit a like, subscribe, and comment on any of my videos, go right ahead. I stream on days when I don't work, so I'll be streaming today, and I usually stream on Sundays. So with that being said, let's get into this.
U.S. state. And now we're back for round 2. That's right, in this list, we're going to wrap up going through strange little facts about each U.S. state. Ready to see what odd things the other states have been up to? I'm Mike with List 25, and here are 25 bizarre facts about each U.S. state, part 2.
A lot on that, huh?
25. Montana. For 35 years, the Testicle Festival in Clinton, Montana hosted some of the wildest antics on planet Earth. Hosting weird games, tons of music, plenty of debauchery, and thousands of Rocky Mountain oysters, this wild party had people...
Well, if you can't tell what this means, Rocky Mountain oysters is a delicacy in Montana and following the Rocky Mountain belt all the way down. It's like fried bowl balls. That's what this is, or what that is. It can be kind of chewy.
Parading around town in costumes, or wearing nothing at all. Stupid sexy Flanders. However, in recent years, the festival has been canceled due to several deaths and low attendance. 24. Nebraska. Believing that it was required to have a red heifer born in Jerusalem to move along the second coming of Christ, a Nebraskan farmer, along with Reverend Clyde Lott, bought and sent plane loads of these red heifers at $1,000 per heifer to the Holy Land. Unfortunately for them, all the heifers were rejected, and the apocalypse hasn't happened yet. 23. Nevada. Many don't realize famous stories can have unintended consequences. In this case, Area 51 and UFO sightings set off a panic and fascination for thousands around the country. Unfortunately for poor Steve Medlin, he received the brunt of it simply for living nearby. A rancher along Extraterrestrial Highway, he received tons of mail asking about Area 51. He grew so tired of it, he made the Black Mailbox, a mailbox with his name and the name Aliens for all the mail to extraterrestrials. Sadly, in 2015, the mailbox was taken down. 22. New Hampshire. On Route 103 in Newbury, New Hampshire, a large boulder is painted in red and white with the message, "Chicken Farmer, I still love you." Some believe the rock first was painted as early as the 1970s by a boy trying to send a message to a local girl on a chicken farm. It remained unchanged for decades. When it got worn down, locals would paint it to make sure it remained intact. However, in 2011, someone complained about graffiti, and the city had it painted over. Sure enough, someone repainted it back on the rock, and locals have petitioned to keep it there. 21.
Nice.
New Jersey. The New Jersey Pest Management Association holds a cockroach derby every presidential election to see which candidate will win. Cartoon pictures are placed on top of each cockroach's back, and they race. Of course, in 2016, Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump raced in the derby. Clinton won. 20. New Mexico. Upset by all the psychiatrists and psychologists used as expert witnesses in trials in New Mexico, former Senator Duncan Scott proposed an amendment on a bill requiring them to dress up like wizards, wearing long white beards and waving a wand around during testimony. The Senate passed the bill, but it was ultimately removed in the House. 19. New York. During Albert Einstein's autopsy in 1955, his personal physician, Henry Adams, took his brain, but more notably, his eyes. According to him, he snipped them and they came off clean as a whistle. After that, he placed Einstein's eyes in a safe deposit box somewhere in New York. Just let that sink in for a moment. Einstein's eyes are still out there, somewhere in a safe deposit box.
18.
It's kinda
North
creepy and gross.
Carolina. While many languages are spoken in the U.S., there's an English dialect spoken in a couple parts of North Carolina, Hoytoiter, that most people living outside the area would be hard-pressed to understand. The region has its own pocket of unique language.
17.
North Dakota. In 2013, a very strange natural phenomenon was recorded on the Cheyenne River in North Dakota. It was a large, spinning circle of ice. It looked like a giant record on a turntable. Scientists explained it was the tiny bits of ice all caught up in an eddy.
16.
Ohio.
What the fuck's an eddy?
In Dublin, Ohio, a monument to an inventor of various corn species resides in perfect form. Called Cornhenge, it was commissioned by the Dublin Arts Council and completed in 1994. It consists of 109 6-foot-tall ears of corn statues.
15.
Oklahoma. The only person known to get hit by space debris was Lottie Williams, a Tulsa, Oklahoma resident. In 1994, she saw a flash of light and instantly was struck by a piece of metal. NASA confirmed it was likely space debris. Fortunately, Williams was not injured. An estimated 5,400 tons of space debris has fallen to Earth over a 40-year time span. The chance of being hit by any is very, very small.
14.
Oregon. Near Jacksonville, Oregon, they take Bigfoot sightings very seriously. So much so that they built the first and only Bigfoot trap in the United States. After someone claimed to find 18-inch footprints resembling human feet, the North American Wildlife Research Team built the trap in 1974. For 6 years, they filled the trap with animal carcasses. Usually the trap was only set off by hungry bears. Occasionally the hungry hippo.
13.
Pennsylvania. From 2013 to 2014, a male cop dressed up as an Amish woman in Pulaski Township. He was apparently going undercover to catch a man exposing himself to Amish children. The Amish community was fully supportive of him so that he could potentially catch the predator. He never caught him, but as it turns out, a similar person was caught in another county for doing the same thing.
12.
Rhode Island. This little state experienced quite a big explosion in 1964 when a uranium recovery worker made a big mistake at Wood River Junction. Rather than adding trichloroethane to a tank of uranium-235, he added more uranium, which led to the explosion. Exposed to plenty of radiation, the worker died within 48 hours.
11.
South Carolina.
Actually, that was excruciating.
On May 22nd, 1856, the U.S. Senate transformed into a WWE wrestling match when South Carolina Representative Preston Brooks walked up to an unsuspecting Senator Charles Sumner and beat him over the head with his cane. He beat him several times before Sumner was carried away. Brooks walked out of the Senate chamber unrestrained and became a hero in his state. Why the violent act? Sumner was talking trash against one of Brooks's kinsmen, Andrew Butler.
10.
South Dakota. If you ever wanted to wrestle with another human being in a vat of mashed potatoes, now's your chance to head over to Clark, South Dakota and get in the ring. That's right, mashed potato wrestling is a thing that happens. 'Cause why not?
9.
Tennessee. After an elephant named Mary was goaded by an inexperienced innkeeper, she charged and trampled him to death. In reply, the circus took the elephant to nearby Irwin, Tennessee, and hung the elephant with a railway crane.
8.
Why?
Texas. In 1854, a handful of Kentucky settlers moved out to Texas, creating a small community that would later become Blowout, Texas. In that area was a bat cave with 1,000 bats and a substantial buildup of bat guano, which was full of ammonia and other flammable gases. One night, lightning struck at the mouth of the cave, igniting a massive explosion of bats and their prospective guano. And that's how their little town got its name.
7.
Utah. In 2001, the town of La Verkin came together in a council meeting and voted on becoming a UN-free zone. Even more bizarre, the council put in the ordinance that United Nations supporters must come forward and put a sign on their lawn or business with the words, UN work conducted here. They also had to file their support with the council and pay fees.
6,
Vermont.
Kind of weird.
While it's not a big deal for most people, if you're visiting Vermont and want to buy alcohol to bring back to your vacation rental or hotel, you might come up empty-handed. Why? Well, unless you're at a bar, Vermont will not sell alcohol to out-of-state licenses.
5,
Virginia. New York isn't the only state with random body parts resting. Stonewall Jackson's amputated left arm is buried in Lacey Family Cemetery in Elwood. For those who don't know, he lost said arm after his own men mistook him for the enemy.
4,
Washington. Raised 7 feet high inside the trunk of a tree on Vashon Island is an old rusty bicycle. Many stories and legends have been spread about it, usually involving a boy in 1910 leaning his bike against the tree and it swallowed up the bike over time. Others just think it's a big hoax. Regardless, it's likely not going anywhere.
3,
West Virginia. Hosted in Pocahontas County, the annual West Virginia Roadkill Cook-Off is a beloved tradition by locals where they can eat squirrel gravy over biscuits, teriyaki marinated bear, or deer sausage. After you get your fill, you can burn it off by running the Possum Trot 5K.
2,
Wisconsin. If you're a fan of trolls, no, not those that grace the comment
Yep,
section.
there we go.
The main street in Mount Horeb is a place you'll want to visit. The Trollway, as it's dubbed, is lined with hand-carved wooden trolls.
1,
Wyoming.
I heard about that
The
one.
jackalope is a hoax. No, it's not. It is. Invented by Wyoming brothers Douglas and Ralph Herrick after they affixed antlers to a jackrabbit and sold the taxidermied animals and the tall tale to anyone who would believe them. The myth spread, of course, and today you can find the largest jackalope in Dubois, Wyoming. Though, what you'd want to is anyone's guess. So, once again, what's a weird fact from your state, country, or town? Let us know in the comments below, or tweet your answer to us at List25.
Well, List 25 has been one of my favorite channels to watch back in the day. I never subscribed to them, which is weird, because I always I think I was subscribed to them for a while, unless they changed their name. Anyways, yeah, so, the last fact, that was interesting. A lot of those weird things, the elephant thing kind of makes me sad, because it's not the elephant's fault. You're not supposed to have wild animals as pets. You know, it's a common courtesy thing. But he said, list a known weird fact about your state. Two of the most infamous serial killers from U.S. history has come from southern Wisconsin. That's one right there. Well, that's going to be the end of the video. If you like what you see here, like I always say on every video, please hit a like, subscribe, and comment for more on these videos like this. Let me know what you guys want more. If you want more of these reaction videos or me doing some vlogs, because I do a couple vlogs here and there, let me know on that too. Until next time, I'll see you guys in the next video.
Enjoying our lists?